Hey, Derek. How you feeling? I heard the surgery went okay. Everything okay?
Yeah. Hey, Miranda. Yeah. I just woke up about 2 hours ago. The doctor explained everything a while ago. Now I'm just sitting bored out of my wits.
Sorry I wasn't there to be by your side. Must have felt a little neglected. I was a bit busy, and besides, I just couldn't walk into a hospital under the circumstances.
Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
So, what happened? How's it going to go from here? I called the doctor, but he wouldn't tell me a thing. Will you be able to walk okay after a little bit of therapy?
Yeah, about that. There was some explanation before the surgery. Apparently, the leg is irreparable. He said I would probably be wheelchair-bound for the rest of my life.
No way. That can't be right.
The doctor said all my nerves and stuff are shot. No chance of them working again. I remember the front seat of the car. It was flat as a pancake. You know what? I was ready for it. I mean, emotionally, I kind of knew I would never walk again. But gotta be honest, reality hurts.
So, what happens now? How are you going to live?
Well, not like I used to, for sure. Gotta change my ways, I guess. Probably I have to fix up the house. Need to make it barrier-free. Ramps, handles, that kind of stuff. Probably have to do major work on the bathroom and shower stall, too. Probably won't be able to drive a car anymore. I was in sales, so probably won't be able to continue working. Not this job, at least. Hopefully the company will keep me on in one shape or another. So I don't think I have to worry about losing my job. But all that experience I gained, it won't be any good to me anymore. The doc will probably explain everything to you about living at home and all. I hate to say this, but this may be hard on you going forward, Miranda.
I'm sorry. I can't do this. Yeah, this is not me. I can't do this.
Excuse me?
I said I can't. I could never do that. I mean, nursing stuff? Taking care of handicapped people? I'm sorry. I don't want to say this, but I can't. I want a divorce.
Wait a sec. Excuse me? Divorce? Are you serious?
That's the only option. I just can't do this. I can't nurse a handicapped guy. I'm sorry. Do you think I could change your bedpan? We're the same age. Oh, no way I could do that. Sorry. Oh, and to think I would have to do it for the rest of my life? For years? No, never. This is not happening. Ugh, just thinking about it makes me sick.
Am I hearing you correctly? What the hell do you mean?
And about your job, can you really continue in the condition? They may keep you on for a while, but you never know. They may fire you after a while. What are you going to do then? Just live off your folks? And you really think you can find a new job? Like that? Do you realize how much it would cost for your therapy? And renovating the house alone will cost a fortune. No way I'm giving up my life. No, future. Just being poor. I'm still young, for crying out loud.
Come on, Miranda. Calm down, would you? I can certainly understand you panicking about this whole thing, but why do you have to be so negative about it all? I'm the victim here. I shouldn't be the one that's depressed.
Anyway, I have no intention of babysitting you forever. I'm going to fill out the divorce papers, so I'll leave it on the kitchen table. When you get home, sign it and submit it ASAP, okay? I won't be there. Don't come looking for me either.
Hold it a second, Miranda! You can't just decide to get divorced, just like that!
I've already made up my mind, so please, let's just get this over with. And get your folks or friends or whatever to get you home, would you? I can't do it. That's it for me. Goodbye. Hey, Derek! I said hi to you today. Why'd you ignore me? I went out of my way to say hello to you, for Pete's sake.
Oh, was that you, Miranda? I had no idea it was you. You've changed.
Yeah, well, I recognized you right away. I spotted this little guy sitting there with a bunch of other businessmen in suits. I took a closer look, and there you were, sitting in your wheelchair. Well, it's been 3 years. Have you gotten used to moving around in your wheelchair?
Yeah, I've gotten pretty good at it. Don't need much help to get around, which is great. How about you, Miranda? You look, your clothes and makeup, sort of flashier than I remember, and your tummy looked kind of big. Did you get remarried?
No, we're not married yet, but we've been living together for the past year or so. We plan to officially tie the knot after the baby is born.
Yeah? Well, congratulations.
I'm really happy now. Nice guy, baby on the way. Oh, boy, did I make the right decision. I can't imagine what my life would be like if I hadn't divorced you. Being in that wheelchair and all, I bet you're doing some sort of filing work, right? To be honest, you look totally out of place among those businessmen. In contrast to you, my guy, you know how much he makes? He's got an annual salary of over $1 million. You would never measure up to him.
What the hell is this? Did you contact me just to treat me with contempt? If that's the case, goodbye.
Come on, Derek. Just kidding around. I wouldn't do that. I just wanted to share some of our joy and happiness with you, that's all. You wouldn't believe my future husband. He's a real catch. He works at Conrad Industries. I'm sure you've heard of the...
You mean Conrad Corporation?
Yeah, that huge multinational corporation. Anybody working in business knows this company. It's a huge company. If you're looking for work, I could ask my guy. I'm sure he'll find something for you. Oh, he could probably get you a job doing some kind of desk work. It's a big company. I'm sure there's something for you. I mean, truth be told, they have to hire certain types of people. You know what I mean? Just ask for Andrew Sutton at the HR department at Conrad Corporation. They might find you something. You never know. You may be of use to them, image-wise.
Hold on a second. Did you say Andrew Sutton? Is he your boyfriend? This Andrew Sutton?
What? Do you know him or something? Oh, I can't believe this. I didn't realize he was so famous around here.
Yeah, he's one of our lower-ranking employees.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that? Lower-ranking employee?
You said his name was Andrew, right? Sutton? Yeah, I know him. Pretty well, as a matter of fact. He just got recruited and is currently working under me at my company.
Wait. What? What are you talking about? What is this about your company?
Yeah, it's a long story, but my last job? There was no place for me there, so I quit. After that, I joined my uncle's company. My uncle's single, so he was looking for someone to take over the company. To make a long story short, he heard I quit and asked me to take over for him as president of the company. That company is, well, Conrad Corporation.
No way. You're making all this up to get back at me, aren't you? What? Are you telling me you're the CEO of Conrad Corporation?
Yeah, well, it's only been a couple of years, and I'm still learning the ropes. Oh yeah, this guy, Andrew Sutton, I know him well. We just recruited him this year. But I hate to say this, but I really don't hear anything positive about his performance so far. On the first day of work, he arrived 3 hours late. He would say he was going out to meet with a client, but actually, he was at some club having fun with some girls. Obviously, with an attitude like that, well, work performance suffers and, how should I put this, gets pretty crappy. I really don't understand why HR even hired the guy. Well, he hasn't been here long, still in the trial period. Probably end with that.
Wait a second. Let me get this straight. You said he got recruited this year, right? He said he's been at the company for like 10 years. He said everyone looks up to him, that he's really busy with clients, getting new clients all the time. One of your top salespeople. He said he's in line to become vice president. He wears really nice clothes. And I mean, that Rolex.
Oh my god, you fell for that?! That's all BS. And him making $1 million a year? Come on, Miranda. You know that's a bunch of horse crap. He's only been receiving an average salary for about 3 months now. You really think a guy who only started working a few months ago would be making $1 million a year? That's just downright crazy!
But that's what he told me. He was, like, dressed and...
I'm sure he uses that trick on every woman he sees. Anybody can dress up nicely and wear a Rolex. Sure it wasn't a Swatch? As a matter of fact, I saw him the other day. That suit and that leather briefcase he carries around, those were obvious Chinese knockoffs. He seems pretty proud of them, though, showing them off to the office girls. But they were all laughing behind his back.
No way. This is not happening. Was I conned by this guy? I have this child. What am I going to do?
Oh, that reminds me. About your folks. Now that you're back, really wish you would pay them back. Your folks still seem to be having a hard time, you know?
Huh? What are you talking about? What about my parents? Pay them back for what?
The settlement for that crash you caused, and the money for the divorce. Nobody could get in touch with you after you signed those divorce papers and disappeared. You just withdrew all the money from your account, some of which your folks saved for you, and took off on some trip to God knows where. You were just gone. Nobody knew where you were. So, your parents paid for everything. The settlement for the accident, and compensation for the divorce, which you initiated.
Excuse me? Wait, what? Why the hell did you go and do that?
Go and do what? It's my right. You had no job. How could you even pay? All I did was have them pay me on your behalf. Your parents were very apologetic. They were grief-stricken by the whole thing and paid up in full. The total came to $1.5 million.
Excuse me? 1.5... What? Are you nuts?
Yeah. Rehabilitation and therapy, renovating the house, the settlement. They put their home up for sale and any other assets they had. They even dipped into their retirement savings to pay it all off. I heard they're living in a small apartment downtown. Apparently, they're both working to pay off your debt. They said they had no choice but to try and save enough for retirement.
How could you? How could you do that to my parents? Ugh, I can't believe this!
Well, it's because you ran away. You dumped me, you put me in this wheelchair, you refused to nurse me back to health, and just took off. That's why. Do you really think that I wanted that? I wanted to stay married to you. I thought you would have a little remorse. I was a little reluctant to have them pay, but they were adamant about paying. They said they would make you pay them back when you returned home. They said they already sold the house and all the assets they had. I was in trouble too, as you can imagine. I couldn't walk. I needed rehabilitation. It's not cheap, you know. So they offered the settlement, and I took it. It's all your fault that your folks are suffering. Think long and hard about that.
But I was only...
Your folks were in tears. They were furious that you took off. Leaving the whole mess to them, they apologized profusely for what their daughter did. I really felt sorry for them. You really should go and see them. You simply disappeared without even apologizing. You better see them and start paying them back. I hate seeing them like that. It breaks my heart.
How am I supposed to pay that back? It's not something I can pay back in a few months. Besides, I'm broke. I don't have that kind of money.
Well, you said you're going to marry Andy. I can call him Andy, right? Have him pay for it. He makes $1 million annually, right? You could pay it back in like 4 or 5 years, right?
That's impossible! Are you crazy? Besides, all he said was total BS. How can I marry a lying schmuck like that?
But if you don't marry him, what are you going to do with the kid? By the looks of it, you don't have long.
What the hell am I going to do? Hey, Derek. Could you... you haven't remarried or anything yet, right? You know, maybe we can... What I mean is...
Come on, Miranda. Don't tell me you want you and me to be, like, married again. I hope you're not saying that. Sorry to say this, but I have no intention of getting back together with someone who betrayed me. And I really don't want to bring up some other guy's kid. Especially this guy.
Please. I apologize for what I did. I'll do anything, so please, think it over. I'll take care of you, Derek. I'll be your nurse. Please?
No thanks. I really don't need your condolences. As for nursing, I have a professional assistant doing that. So yeah, no thanks. It's not me you should be apologizing to, it's your parents. The divorce has already gone through, and the accident settlement is over with. I have nothing to do with you anymore. We're complete strangers. You guys figure the rest out, and good luck with that.
Please, Derek, wait.
I want nothing to do with you, so don't ever contact me with your BS again. I better go. I have work tomorrow. Good night. I heard later that she really laid into Andy after that. He confessed that all he said was one big lie, that he made the whole thing up. And the nice, spacious apartment they were living at? It turned out it wasn't his, just a monthly rental. Apparently, they argued all night, and after they both fell asleep, he escaped and disappeared. It seems he took all the cash they had and terminated the lease on the apartment. Miranda was left dumbstruck, not knowing what hit her. She had nowhere else to go but to her parents' tiny apartment. After she had the baby, she started working various part-time jobs in order to pay her folks back and to bring up her child. As for Andy, he kept taking time off without permission and eventually got fired. Miranda's child was eventually adopted by a relative and seems to be growing up just fine. If only she had ignored me when we met that time. Maybe she would have enjoyed herself a little longer. You never know. Maybe things would have worked out for her? She had to go out of her way to chide me, which led to her demise. Well, I hope she comes to her senses and lives a respectable life. Maybe she'll get her kid back someday. Me, you ask? Well, I still have a lot to learn. Running a huge company is no easy task. But my uncle has given me the stamp of approval, so I don't plan to let him down anytime soon. Rebecca! Are you still working overtime? I've been waiting for you outside the main gates of the office for ages. I can come give you a hand finishing off your work if you like.
Is that Alex?
Hey, Rebecca! Yep, it's me. Thanks for finally responding to me. So, what do you think? Please respond. What time does your overtime finish? I don't mind coming and helping you out, you know.
I got off at the usual time today.
Huh? What? But that doesn't make sense. I rushed straight to the front gates at home time. I was the first one out here. There's no way I could have missed you.
I'm meeting someone today, so I left through the western entrance that leads out onto the car park.
Huh?
I hitched a ride from a coworker who drives to work.
You did what? You should have told me first!
Why should I have to tell you about my plans? It's not like I ever agreed to meet you in the first place.
Don't be like that! You know that's just how our relationship is. I've always loved how we can be spontaneous with each other.
Excuse me?
That's just how we are together, right? We don't have to go out of our way to announce things because we kinda just have this instinctive sense of what the other is doing. Communication of heart to heart, mind to mind. It's like a kind of a psychic link we have.
I really don't know what you mean.
I see. Maybe you're a little, I don't know, insensitive? I guess we probably feel it to different degrees, huh? Nah, whatever. Can't be helped. No use crying over spilled milk. We're gonna have to work together to train our connection with each other a little more from now on. Become a little more in touch with our instincts, you know? Are you with me, or are you with me?
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. You lost me at, that's just how we are together. I never knew we were like anything together. Let's face it, Alex, me and you aren't particularly close, are we? I don't mean to sound rude, but I wouldn't even call you a friend.
Aw, not this again! Surely I don't have to spell it out. I think deep down, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I really don't.
I actually love this about you. I think it's so cute. But you could try to be more honest with yourself sometimes.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means we're gonna have to do some training to work on strengthening our psychic link. Think of it as homework.
Training? Homework?
There's no rush, though. Let's just do our best and have some fun along the way. Rebecca? Did you go home before me again? We're never gonna make any progress with our psychic link training if you keep doing this, you know.
Alex? What are you talking about? I've gotta be honest, I had no idea what you were talking about the other day, and I have no idea now.
Ugh, really? This again? After all we've been through together, you're still playing dumb? You don't have to do this, you know. I know, so that's why. You're just shy. This is just too cute.
Okay, you're making so little sense that it's actually scaring me now. Not only that, but you've been waiting for me outside the office at home every single day for the last week or so. And if that wasn't weird enough, you even started trying to follow me home, didn't you?
You always end up running off into a crowd of people so fast, it's like you're trying to escape from something, so I lose sight of you every time. I still didn't make it to your house.
What do you want? I have no idea why you're doing this, and it's scaring me.
It looks like our psychic link training thus far has been insufficient.
What?
Listen, Rebecca, the only reason I try to follow you home is so I can see to it that you make it back safely. That's all I want. I care about you, you know. I care about you deeply.
I don't need you to do that.
No, no, no. I just can't accept that. You need me whether you realize it or not. Don't we have the kind of relationship where we look out for one another? What if something happened to you?
Like I said, we don't have any kind of relationship.
And like I said, this is your homework. To be honest, though, I am kind of aware now that the only reason you do this is because you're too shy and embarrassed to admit your true feelings.
I have no idea what you mean. I've told you before. We're not close. We're not even friends. The only reason you're able to message me now is because you got my number from the office group chat. You never got my permission to message me privately, and I never gave you my number in the first place.
It may be so that the winds of fate brought us together through work, but our relationship has evolved and blossomed into something far stronger, far deeper since then.
It hasn't evolved into anything.
Yeah, you don't have to get all embarrassed with me.
I am not embarrassed. I'm creeped out.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like I said, I do think you're super cute when you get all shy. However, we still have a lot of work to do on cultivating our psychic link. I want you to feel it as strongly as I do. I know. Let's decide on a deadline to finish your homework by.
Homework? What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, tomorrow it is. I'm gonna be testing you on your homework tomorrow, when we get off work, so make sure you're ready. I'll book us in at a nice restaurant downtown, so wait for me outside the office, okay?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't make decisions for me.
No, this is just no good. You might be shy and embarrassed, but that doesn't mean you get to extend your homework deadline.
I told you I'm not embarrassed. I'm mega creeped out.
See you tomorrow, sweet cheeks.
I'm not going with you, and don't call me that. Good evening, it's Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. Is everything okay? I'm really sorry to message you after work like this. Is now a good time? Yes, now is fine. What's wrong? Did something happen? There's something urgent I need to talk to you about. About work? No. Well, yes, kind of. It's about Alex Bendel from the production department. Alex? What about him? He's one of your coworkers, if I remember rightly? That's right. The thing is, he recently started waiting for me outside the office every single day when I get off work. Waiting for you? To be honest, I have absolutely no idea why he's doing it. He's constantly harping on about our relationship and how we have some kind of psychic link. Then when I try to tell him to tell me why he's doing what he's doing, he just changes the subject and tells me I have homework to do. Citing tomorrow as my homework deadline, he took it upon himself to book us in at a restaurant in downtown, despite the fact that I never agreed to it or even expressed an interest. Waiting outside the office like some kind of stalker every day was bad enough, but now he's trying to force me to go out to eat with him. I feel like it's escalating. I obviously told him I won't be going, but I couldn't tell you whether he understands that or not. Wow, you're right. His behavior makes no sense. And to be frank, it's downright disturbing. It's not exactly normal to be told you're going to dinner with someone you're not even friends with all of a sudden. That's what I mean. In truth, the only times I ever speak to him is at work about office-related things. Even then, we speak no more than once a week at most. Other than that, all I can think of is that sometimes I say hi to him when we pass each other in the corridor. We're certainly not on good enough terms to justify him using terms like our relationship. Right, you're officially engaged after all. I get the feeling Alex is making the mother of all misunderstandings here. I'm sorry, I know I should really be talking about this with Nigel directly. But he's abroad for work, and it's the middle of the night for him right now. It's fine, don't worry. In fact, I'm glad you came to me. You did the right thing. After all, I'm not just your fiancé's mother. It's my responsibility as your boss to deal with this, and deal with it I will. Thank you so much, Michelle. I feel a lot better having spoken to you. Right. Let me see if I can reserve us the conference room for a little while. Me, you, and Nigel will all do a video call and discuss this together. Got it. Thanks again. Depending on how things play out, announcing yours and Nigel's engagement to everyone at work is an option, and to be honest, I think it might be for the best. You're right. We are getting married next week. Okay.
Hey, Rebecca! I don't even know what to say. You surprised me big time with that one. I had no idea our psychic link training would start working this quickly. This is why you're my super special honey pumpkin. I knew I could count on you, babe.
Shouldn't you be working overtime?
Don't be silly. I don't think anyone's gonna hold a little slacking on the job against me today of all days. I can't tell you how happy I am about not having to keep our love a secret at work anymore. We can be officially out in the open.
Out in the open?
Oh, Rebecca, this bashfulness of yours is getting kind of old. We're public now, you know. I guess it will take some time to get used to. But really, I had no idea tonight's dinner would end up being our engagement anniversary.
Excuse me?
What is it, my delightful and adorably sweet, scrumptious sugar dumpling?
Why the heck should I have to go to dinner with the likes of you after announcing my wedding?
Isn't it obvious? It's only natural to celebrate our engagement with some fine wine and delicious food.
What?
I heard. You announced our engagement to your department at about 1 p.m. today. It didn't take long for it to spread to the whole company through the group chat. In fact, I think the company even sent it around as an official message. They must be really happy for us, huh? I never knew you had it in you to be so bold. There was me, thinking I'd have to be the one who made the moves. And then you go and do something like this. You're amazing, baby. You'll never believe it, but I actually intended to propose to you at tonight's dinner. You beat me to it, you little rascal. This is what I mean by our psychic link. Don't worry, my overtime's gonna finish real soon, so I won't be long.
I'm pretty sure my fiancé's name was written in that official company message in the group chat you just mentioned.
Huh? Well, yeah, of course my name was on there. I didn't need to read the whole thing, though. Did I, babe? It's pretty obvious since I'm the one you proposed to.
Wrong. Please read the message.
Why?
Because you're not my fiancé.
Seriously, Rebecca? You're still being bashful after we've come all this way? I told you, don't need to be shy about us.
Just do what I said, read the message, and see for yourself.
Ah, I see. I think I get it now. You want me to look at the message, so the image of our two names written together will be burned into my retinas. That's actually really romantic. I can't exactly go refusing a direct order from my future wife, now can I? Guess I have no choice. Hold on a sec, okay, babe? Huh? What the?
I take it you read the message?
Manager of Global Operations. Nigel Thompson?
That's right. Not only that, but he's Michelle, my boss's son. And the CEO's cousin. He's set to be part of the executive management of this company one day.
No, no, no! There has to be some kind of mistake! How did this happen? Was it a typo? Things could get seriously awkward if we don't fix this! We need to hurry!
There's no mistake. My fiancé is Nigel Thompson. Not you.
Why would you hide your true feelings from me and marry some randomer?
Excuse me?
It's as plain as day that you're head over heels in love with me! We have a special bond, an unbreakable psychic link, cultivated through sheer force of love and will!
We don't have a psychic link, and we never did. I think you might actually be insane. All this crap about training and housework was just you trying to force your deluded fantasies onto me. I made it clear from the beginning I wanted nothing to do with any of it.
No, no, no! I won't accept it! You're wrong! I feel the depth and intensity of your love for me every time we pass each other in the corridor! The sultry, suggestive warmth of your gaze, the tender intimacy of your smile, the longing in your voice, you can't hide it, Rebecca! You're head over heels in love with me, and our psychic link is unbreakable!
What the heck? So that's why? But I smile and say hi to everyone.
You do?
Besides, I see other women at work smiling and saying hi to you all the time. What's different about me? Why am I head over heels in love with you and they're not?
Well, it's just, there's something different about the quality of your smile.
Interesting. You seem to be in the grips of quite the misunderstanding.
What? Misunderstanding?
Yes, misunderstanding. Allow me to repeat myself. My fiancé is Nigel Thompson. Not you! Welcome to reality. Has it sunk in yet?
Wait, please! You have no idea what a difficult situation this puts me in!
A difficult situation?
I just handed in my resignation!
What? Why?
Your dad is the CEO of one of our main client companies, right? I thought with us getting married, it didn't make much sense to carry on working at this company since I'd be appointed as your dad's successor and the future CEO of his! Which is why I thought it best to hand in my resignation ASAP!
My brother-in-law took over the company 2 years ago.
What?!
My sister's husband is the current CEO.
No way! Is this some kind of twisted joke? Holy mother of heck, this is bad! I have to withdraw my resignation immediately!
Actually, I don't think it matters what you do at this point. Reports of your creepy behavior towards several other of the female employees surfaced, and management will be taking action. Even if you do withdraw your resignation, you probably won't be staying at this company for much longer.
What? What do you mean?
The HR department conducted an investigation this morning, which involved questioning every single female employee at the company. It took them about 2 hours to get through everyone, and apparently they found some very worrying information.
Huh?
By the way, HR conducted the investigation without mentioning any names. They just asked open-ended questions about whether they thought the office was a safe working environment for women. Every single woman who had anything negative to say about anyone mentioned your name and your name only, and all sorts of reports of your predatory behavior came to light.
Oh my god!
Seems like it wasn't just me you were convinced was your soulmate. You followed girls around the office, followed them home, slammed your hand on the wall as they tried to get away from you. I hear you've even been making sexual advances at women with husbands. And what was that about winking and making inappropriate, hip-thrusting gestures at people in the cafeteria?
Inappropriate?!
This is a clear violation of the company's code of conduct. Thinking about it logically, rather than being fired or facing some kind of disciplinary discharge, things would probably work out better for you if you just allowed your resignation to go through.
This can't be happening!
Well, it is! Don't let the door hit you on the way out. The next day, Alex charged into my department's office like a raging bull, screaming, "Rebecca, my love, marry me!" at the top of his lungs before getting down on one knee by my desk. The police ended up getting involved because he started a boxing match with one of the guys who stepped in to restrain him. Of the 7 women who told HR he'd been harassing them, 4 of them decided to file official police reports because they said he made them feel like they were in genuine physical danger. Things really aren't looking great for Alex right now. He did get a small lump sum in the form of a severance package because he resigned voluntarily. But he was forced to go into debt because it didn't come close to covering the exorbitant amounts of compensation he owed to his victims, though very kindly agreed to settle out of court. I heard he broke down in tears and cried uncontrollably into his lawyer's lap, mumbling something about his romance-filled life plan being ruined in between bouts of hysterical sobbing. He did try looking for another job afterwards, but word of his reputation as a prolific sex pest and all-around weirdo soon spread locally, and no company would give him a look-in. Last I heard, he's currently scraping by a living, working whatever day jobs he can find, while desperately trying to keep up with his hefty debt repayments.